Hey everyone, welcome back. It is time for our wrestling review, our second review this week. Second review of TNA in 2 weeks. Last week we did a whoo boy pay-per-view for TNA, and we're doing another TNA pay-per-view. This one is TNA's Final Resolution. With me once again, we have Campo.Reviews, the man who reviews movies, TV shows, wrestling. You need reviews of anything other than wrestling, go to his channel. If you need wrestling reviews, you come here. Guys, four away from 350. We can do this. 2 weeks left. Let's do this. And if you haven't, check out the link in the description box below. The SummerSlam, the Survivor Series War Games review podcast version audio is on Spotify. So make sure you go and check that out. Show that channel some love as well. But we are not talking about Spotify. We are not talking about WWE. WWE, if you want to see it, it's yesterday's show. Go check that out. But we are talking about TNA Final Resolution. Second TNA pay-per-view in 2 weeks. Same question I ask you all the time. Did you watch the pre-show?
What was the pre-show?
Dango against Leon Slater.
Nope.
Frankie Kazarian versus Jonathan Gresham.
Yep.
Okay. I guess so. JD's Dango beats Leon Slater by cheeky win, whatever. That doesn't matter.
Yeah, because
Um,
we don't want Leon Slater to go anywhere in his career. We'll have him lose to Dirty Dango.
Dango. Frankie Kazarian versus Jonathan Gresham.
Is
I guess
Dang
they
is Dango even part of the?
system. He thinks he is. It's kind of like they're doing what R-Truth did with the Judgment Day.
But he was literally with them. Like, I don't know.
I
Okay,
don't know.
anyways.
Nah, it doesn't make sense. Frankie Kazarian, Jonathan Gresham. I was saying they dropped that gimmick now.
Yeah. Oh, bad idea. Drop the gimmick. The gimmick was fun.
Yeah, it was
Um,
different. I mean, he was happy to be in his hometown, but you could see Gresham's not happy there.
yeah. I mean, why would you be? You lost to Frankie Kazarian. He's like 72 years old. I
Yeah.
mean, no, we like Kazarian around here.
We do like Kazarian, but like I don't understand why you're giving Kazarian such a big push. He's a legend, yes, but he doesn't need this push.
In fairness, on upon first return, Eric Young got this same push.
Yeah, but we saw Kazarian return last year at Final Resolution.
Okay,
It's been a year.
fair enough. Okay,
Okay.
I don't need your
And
sass.
Frank, okay, fine. Kazarian does win, and I don't care
Yeah.
because he can call his shot anytime he wants with Nick Nemeth. So if that's the case, why'd you have a number one contenders match? But we'll talk about that later. We'll go right into the show. The show starts with Moose versus Kushida for the X Division.
Hold on. Let's stop for a second.
Okay.
Having the money in the bank or having
hmm
the AEW contract doesn't make you the number one contender. You can just cash in
You
whenever
can
you
just
want.
cash in. Yeah.
It doesn't matter what champion it is.
Yeah, yeah, because Tiffy teased. We forgot to mention on yesterday's show. Tiffy teased cashing in on Roxanne.
I bet you that's what they're gonna do and save and make it so that she'll win that and then they can use her to feud with Julia and thing, and because those matches will be dope, and then they don't have
Yes.
to worry about what happens on the main roster. The main roster can stay as the main roster,
Hmm. I like that. But
but that's not what happens.
no, that's not what will happen. Going back, Kushida Moose. Why? Why Moose?
This match felt really awkward
Awkward?
for both of them. It felt like both of them were unsure of how to work with each other.
Yeah.
One guy's short and fast, and one guy's tall and slow. One guy's power moves, one guy's like submission moves. So it was like kind of weird.
Yeah, it's a clash of styles.
I think you should have had Kushida win.
Yeah.
Spoilers, Moose wins.
Moose
But
does
there
win,
was a
yes.
point where Moose went for like an off the top ropes move, and Kushida caught him in the
Hoverboard block. Yeah.
hoverboard, whatever it's called.
Yeah.
And I was like, holy shit, this is a great way to end this.
But they didn't.
No, of
Moose
course
gets
they
a
didn't.
spear and wins
Yeah.
because they got to keep some sort of belt on the system.
Well, yeah, because the other two idiots don't look very good, to be honest
No.
with you. I mean, we love Brian Myers. We don't love Eddie Edwards.
No.
We do love Alicia Edwards.
Yes.
At least I do. Um,
But
that's
yeah.
neither here nor there.
Yeah. So we're gonna go into a three-way tag match. The Rascals versus PCO and Sammy Callahan versus Jake something by himself because Hammerstone is hurt. So he said, screw this, I'll do this match myself.
was a stupid idea.
Completely
Um,
stupid. I also don't like when they do a three-way tag match and only two competitors are in the ring.
oh yeah, oh, come on. I want tornado only,
Yeah.
always. Or at least have four people, like one person from each team is in the ring and
Yeah.
then a person on the outside.
Yeah. So they could have done a three-way.
Yeah, three-way
Yeah.
dance.
Yeah. But this was
Eh,
fine.
Did any wrestling company ever call their three-way matches three to tango?
ECW coined the phrase.
Yeah, three-way dance. But did they ever call it three to tango?
No, I don't think so.
It
Copyright that right now.
takes three to tango.
Yes.
I think that's wrong.
Yes, because it only
Um,
takes two.
so I mean, it wasn't a terrible match. I got to
No,
be honest with you though. PCO, I
he's
love
got to give
PCO
it up.
so much he's got to retire.
Yeah.
He's gone like his decline is like a straight line
Yeah,
down,
he
not
fell
like
right
even
off.
like a slope. It's just like off a cliff.
Yeah.
He can't bend his legs. He barely made the moonsault,
Yeah,
barely made it over.
barely. Yeah.
If those people weren't there, he would have landed on his head.
He would have pulled a Bronson Reed.
Yeah, basically, and been shit.
Yeah. But rumor had it that Jake something's partner was going to be Rhino. But Rhino just announced that he's done with the company.
Yeah, because didn't he have a match recently?
Yeah.
Um, and then it felt like he didn't give a shit about the match. I can't remember where I watched it. Maybe it
Yeah.
was on the Impact
It was
episode.
an Impact. It was an episode of Impact, I believe.
Like, yeah, it was this week, I think, or maybe
Yeah.
last week.
This
Yeah.
past week's. Yeah, I think so. But yeah. But the Rascals surprisingly win.
I'm okay with it because they were
Yeah.
excellent in this match. They were
Yeah,
by
the
far the
Rascals were
best.
the best part of this match.
That like chain of wrestling that they did to get the finish was amazing.
Yeah.
It was
So hopefully,
ABC-esque.
hopefully, hopefully we'll get the Rascals versus the tag champs.
I'll take that. Would be a very good match because since I can't have ABC versus them, maybe
Yeah,
ever again.
let's get the
The
Rascals.
Rascals are like now my I don't what's the word for it? My nostalgic hope of like I don't have
Yeah,
ABC anymore, and they're the closest like remnant of
of
me
that era.
experiencing that.
Yeah.
So it's like I have this attachment to them for no reason at all except that.
Yeah. But with that, speaking of the aforementioned ABC, Ace Austin versus Trent Seven is our next match.
This was a pretty good match, and
And Trent Seven, I didn't think it would work, but he works as a heel.
he works very well as a heel. And I think that I mean I loved I don't understand the lack of wanting to put gold on Mike Bailey because I love that
I
whole
think Mike Bailey's done.
he's gone. He's AEW.
Yeah,
Thousand
I thought
percent.
so. Yeah.
He's gonna show up at probably a World's End. So the or maybe he'll show up at the New
Russell
Japan
Dynasty.
thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyways, digress.
Stay
Give
on
him
target.
gold. Why couldn't you give Mustache Mountain gold? Like they should have won a couple tag belts. They were a good tag team.
Yeah.
You split them up so fast. Mike Bailey got injured for a week, and you fucking were like, "Oh, it's
Yeah.
over.
It's over now.
Scratch it."
Yeah.
Damn,
But
remember
could
how
this
good
be
their
the
match
push?
was last final destination?
Yes, last year.
It was their match was
S-
so good. It was the
Speed
best
Ball Mountain.
match.
Yeah. He was the surprise partner for Mike Bailey.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
Shout out to Scott Demore.
Scott, yeah, poor guy. Ace Austin does win. Is this the singles repush for Ace Austin and get the X Division?
Hey, he's good. He's a good singles wrestler, but I think
He works better as a tag team.
he
I like
does.
him
He it's like he has the mentality of a tag wrestler now, and you get those moments in the match with the storytelling where it
that
feels
you
like
look like
he's
he was trying
waiting
to go
for
for a
someone.
tag. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like he's waiting for someone else to like do something.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's a really good wrestler, man. He's still young. He's
Yeah.
a
He's
lot
got a high
shorter than you would
he's
think.
he's got a high ceiling too.
We know what we really messed up by not getting their autographs that day.
Yeah.
It was him. It was those two and Deanna Perrazzo, right?
Prazo. And yeah, one of them's injured
Bro,
and
we could have got all three. Now that we think of it, what a goofuses we were. A bunch of
yeah,
goofuses.
photo op.
We could have got the ABC shirt. They didn't have it yet and got
Yeah.
it autographed.
Yeah. Nah. Opportunities
I could
missed.
have just shook Deanna Perrazzo's hand.
Yeah, if she let you.
I probably wouldn't. I would be scared too, probably.
Yeah. She'd probably beat me up.
She's about the same height as it's Austin, so
Yeah, she's not that tall.
he's not that tall.
No. They were like we were
Chris
taller
Bay
than them.
and him were both short.
Yeah, we were tall. They're better shape than we are,
Oh
but
fuck, the guy was ripped as fuck.
yeah, we're taller than them.
You know what? His physique is very Pac-esque.
Hmm. Yeah. Pack.
Pac-esque.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, I mean
Yeah,
this
because
was
you're
so
what, 6'1"?
yeah, just basically 6'1",
And I'm
like a
just
hair
shy
under.
of 6. I'm like 5'11", right? So yeah, we're taller than them.
Well, they lie about their height in wrestling, right?
That's true too.
Hey, we're not knocking them. I love those two
Yeah,
guys. I
they're
hope Chris
great.
Bay gets better. Like,
Yes. Get better, Chris Bay. So we'll go into our next match. Jordan Grace versus Rosemary. This was
okay,
better than Rosemary's last match on the last show
it's better than anything Rosemary did on NXT as well, but I'm gonna have to put this a little bit in the duty category.
because of the finish.
No, just because it was like whatever.
Yeah,
It was a feud that I don't care about. It came out of nowhere.
yeah.
You just came off a hot feud for Jordan Grace. Uh, she's clearly on her way out, and
Hmm.
you're just trying to use her as much as you possibly can until you get
To
there, which
put
is clear with what happens at the end of this
at the
match.
end of this match because this match ends in a no contest because we get outside interference. And who should make their return in this interference? Tessa Blanchard.
The
I was
world's biggest racist, Tessa Blanchard.
Blanchard, former
Let's not
Mrs. Daga.
forget, lest we forget.
Hmm.
I don't believe in this the realm of wrestling where it's like, oh, if we just wait a little bit, everyone will forget what happened and we
No.
can bring you back. No, I didn't forget. You're a piece of shit.
Yeah.
Anyways, she was doing pretty well in CMLL.
Yes, I
Uh,
think TNA is desperate right now.
yeah, because they're gonna they need their muscle lady,
Yeah, and they're
and
going to lose Grace.
so you're gonna use Grace to put over Tessa, hopefully, because if that's not what you do, then you're a bunch of idiots.
Yeah.
If you put over Jordan Grace on her way out,
This has to make it a loser leaves town match.
I like it. Which town? Springfield.
TNA town.
Um, it's yes, they're gonna get Jordan Grace too. Like, what are you doing with people like Alexa Bliss?
Yeah.
Shout out to the last episode. It's inside.
Hmm.
You have to watch it to know.
Watch it to know.
Um,
It might be on Spotify.
Mike Piazza. Anyways,
Greatest Mets player there ever was.
the Nye Mets are my favorite squadron.
Squadron.
Um,
Mike Piazza, coach of the Italian baseball national team.
so good. Anywho,
Yes.
um, yeah, this is the
Yeah.
worst match so far.
So this is TNA grasping at straws here because they've lost so many people in the women's division that they're so thin. Like, where's Ash by Elegance? Is she hurt? Is she like disappeared? Like,
Where's Brooke by Elegance or whatever her stupid
yeah.
friend's name is? Yeah, I don't know. Their division's weak now, so you got
Yeah.
to bring it in. And she is a relatively big name outside of the WWE world
Hmm.
and the AEW world, which are like two existing universes that are separate. Tessa Blanchard is like the biggest name that's out
That's the
there.
multiverse. Yes. But yeah, this ends in a no contest. I think that's what I need to see is a loser leaves town match.
All right, loser leaves town.
Okay. So with that, we're going to a men's four-way match for the number one contender for the TNA World Championship at Sega Genesis. Joe Henry versus Josh Alexander versus Mike Santana versus Steve Macklin.
Um,
This match was good,
way better than I don't know why I didn't expect it to be good. Like I don't really care for Mike Santana as a singles wrestler.
but this was better than that turkey
Oh, way
giblets
better.
match than last.
Way better. Listen, this pay-per-view's already like fucking leaps and bounds ahead of whatever the hell
Yeah.
that was.
It's just
Um,
feuds I don't care about. That's the
yeah,
thing.
and it's like, okay, I get where they're going with this, but then when I don't know, like you just did this whole thing and then now you pushed him to the bottom and now he's coming back, but you're also still doing stuff with Nick Nemeth on the side. So having Joe Hendry win this kind of feels
Yeah.
like I don't get it. And then if Joe Hendry is on his way out, are you just going to give him the belt quickly before he leaves? Because you can't have him lose again to Nick Nemeth.
No, you can't. Yeah, because they just did this not that long ago, right? Because Joe Henry wins this match.
That's what I'm saying. So what do you do
Yeah.
now? I guess because they work with WWE. Let's say he signs with WWE. So you have him as the TNA champion, but working for WWE, and then I guess you have him wrestle one or two pay-per-views before he loses it back to someone in TNA.
Yeah.
Because you can't, it doesn't make sense to have him lose it again. Then why did you tell the storyline all over again?
I think they're just trying to get as much out of Joe Henry as they can before he leaves.
Fine.
But yeah, Joe Henry wins.
Good
But it
match
was a good match though. Don't get us wrong. Yeah, it was definitely a good match.
for
Um,
Macklin.
Falls Count Anywhere match for the TNA Knockouts World Championship. Masha Slamovich defending against Tasha Steeles. So in last week's episode, if you watched, I said, how come there was no repercussions for Alicia Edwards, who
We
got banned
got it.
from ringside and came back? So Santino in this match, he said she is banned from the arena. And if she returns, whoever she helps is an automatic loser.
Also, shout out to everyone who didn't get it. If you use code BAND
Yes,
on TNA's
TNA Plus,
website,
you get
you
a
get
month for
TNA
free.
Plus for free for a month.
Yes, I already did. So I'll leave a link to that in the description box below. Not sponsored. TNA, if you want to sponsor me, by all means, please do. But if Scott Demore were there, he probably would.
Mhm.
But I like the fact that he calls the system La Sistema.
Okay, I'll just let it ride.
Yep,
John
yep,
China.
John Cena. But he needs to make a comeback for his last match.
Yeah, a Cobra pit match.
Yes, Cobra Commander match.
Nice.
But so yeah, Alicia Edwards is banned from the arena. She's not allowed to come back, which at least they're telling you did not respect the authority.
She didn't.
No. And she goes, that's right, and I'll do it again. And he's like, no, you won't. And away you go. So I like that. At least they're addressing a plot hole.
Yeah,
So I'll give him that. But I mean, this was also long-term storytelling because Tasha and Masha were what a missed opportunity that was. They were tag team because last year, remember when Alicia Edwards got knocked out and she couldn't defend the belt, they used Tasha as the backup champion and they kicked Masha Edwards or Masha Slamovich out.
yep.
So this is retaliation, I guess, for that as well. So, good on them for long-term storytelling there.
Fine, but uh, I
Not
don't
Masha's
know.
best.
She's not good. She's
Yeah,
okay. She's fine. She's better than like a Selena Vega if we're talking
she's
about
better than
Puerto
the one
Rican
from last
wrestlers.
week, Savannah Evans there.
Yeah, but I watched a video funny enough right after that, and it was a smaller channel, and the topic was like top five wrestlers that TNA needs to fire. And Savannah Evans was there. Um,
Tasha Steeles,
no,
Jungle Juice.
let me freaking say names. Okay, Savannah Evans was there. Eddie Edwards was number one. Moose was on the list. Um, it was all people that we all have talked about. Like, why is this person here? And an honorable mention was Tasha Steeles because like she's good enough, and in this kind of division, how bad it is right now, they need someone
Yeah.
like her. It's fine. It's fair enough,
They need
but
to
like
fill a roster spot with her, of
she
course.
shouldn't be fighting for the championship.
No, no.
I'd rather have Jungle Juice.
Yeah. Ugh, really? Shout out
No.
to Fab. Fab's been asking why we haven't mentioned Jungle Juice in a while. So there you go.
Also, shout out to Fab. We need to talk about this. Okay, I read your comment. Okay,
Kyle O'Reilly looking like Randy Orton.
yeah, that was good. That was really good. He does. Kyle Fletcher.
Kyle Fletcher, not Kyle O'Reilly.
It kind
Too
of
many
looks like
Kyles.
Kyle
There's
O'Reilly.
too many. There's too many Kyles and too many cages.
There's no more cages. Less cages.
Yeah.
More cage matches. Nicholas Cage in a cage.
There you go.
I'm in a cage.
Oh, why am I not in this cage?
Nicholas Cage versus Keanu Reeves in a cage match.
Whoa.
Whoa. Anyways,
Three-way with Owen Wilson.
do it.
Wow.
Wow.
Then
Ka-chow.
but they're gonna need bees in the thing, and he's got to go. Not the bees.
It's a bees match. Let the bees. Who let the bees out? Okay. We're so far off. What the fuck was
Yes,
I
yes.
talking about?
We were talking about
Oh,
Masha
his
and
comment.
Tasha.
His comment.
Yeah.
I would rather have 3.5 to 4 hours of wrestling, even if it's a too much, than have a 3 hour pay-per-view where 45 minutes of it is vignettes and cutscenes and old promos.
Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely.
So you know what? I'll take those long AEW pay-per-views because
Yeah.
complaining about an AEW pay-per-view is not acknowledging the fact that all the Japanese pay-per-views exist, where
Yeah.
there's like an hour-long intermission in the middle of it where nothing happens at all.
Where they just show the crowd for
Yeah,
an
for
hour.
an hour. Um, anyways,
Yes. Masha retains.
the match was okay.
Yeah.
It's a lot of Masha and nothing
There
much.
was a gnarly spot where she got suplexed onto the steps.
Oh, she looked like she actually got hurt.
Yeah.
Like her immediate reaction was like, "Ow, this fucking
Yeah.
hurts."
And then you could see her elbow caught the corner of the stairs and her elbow was like gushing. So,
Gushers, fruit
yeah.
snacks.
Delicious. Masha retains. I mean, what's next for Masha? Rosemary? Tessa?
Whoever wins the Jordan Grace feud.
Okay. Well, moving on. The Hardys versus the
Mickey
System.
James. Is Mickey James still around?
Mickey James is technically with WWE now
Unfortunate.
because of her husband.
So just yeah, they cross over. Let her come back.
Yeah, sure. She never lost.
There you go. That's
She
your
got injured. She
storyline.
never lost. Yeah.
I never lost. I'm from the country.
Hardcore country.
I'm
But
mediocre at best.
Hardys versus the System for the TNA World Tag Team Championships. We got old school
Ah,
Hardys.
okay. So it's weird because when I got to this match, I was like, "Oh, there's another match," and I don't know why I was thinking that
This
because
one was long. Yeah.
it I'm not upset by it. So I don't know why I had that thought of like, oh, like another match. Like this hasn't been a bad pay-per-view, but
Yep.
this match was at least for 2024 Hardys, it was very good
Yeah.
for what we're getting from them lately and
Yeah.
the
We got old
system.
we got old school Hardys in this.
Yeah, the final spot to end the match was nice. It was a tables match,
Yeah.
so whoever breaks the table loses.
Yeah. I like the fact that you had to put each member through a table to win.
So yeah, I liked it. I liked the
Yeah.
way that it ended.
Yeah. Hardys do retain the finish came from they set up a table on like one of the concession entrances or something like that, and Hardy does the swanton off the top, and they win.
Yeah, this Atlanta venue is really weird.
Yeah,
It's like a big circle.
yeah.
I wonder what they actually show there.
I don't know, but it's an old arena, center stage. That's where they used to do the old like WCW shows, like the Saturday
Really?
night.
But I wonder what it's originally venued for. Like, what was the creation of the venue? Because it's not like a nightclub because it's full of
No, it's a
seats.
performing arts center. It's more like a concert hall type of like a theater,
Yeah,
like an actual
theater,
theater. Yeah,
theater.
kind of like where the Palace in California, where they're gonna do Battle in the Valley.
Oh, the
That's
San
another.
Jose.
Yeah, that's another weird.
Yeah, that way, but it looks nice. That's a really nice looking building.
Yeah. And
Anyways,
this building does look better than the arena they did a couple weeks ago. It looked like a banquet hall parking garage.
oh yeah, way better.
Yeah. Main event. AJ Francis versus Nick Nemeth. Why is AJ Francis getting a title shot?
I don't know, but he's been a really he's a really good heel. His heel work is
He has good
really
mic
good.
work.
He's a great character. His in-ring stuff is serviceable at best.
Yeah.
This match wasn't bad.
Yeah, it wasn't. Yeah, I was actually surprised at that. Very surprised at that.
Nick Nemeth is pretty good.
Yeah.
I mean, random dude number 5 that's with him is all right.
Yeah.
Casey Navarro, right?
Yeah.
That's his name.
This reminds me of back in WWE when Leo Rush was with Bobby Lashley as his hype man kind of thing.
Yeah,
You know, the little guy always interfering kind of thing, and which I don't mind. And like I said, AJ Francis, say what you will about his wrestling ability, may not be the greatest, but his mic work, his heel work is actually quite good.
yeah.
So I got to give him credit for that. But we don't get a payoff. Again, after at the last pay-per-view, you get a Bradshaw appearance, You don't get anything on this one. It's just a
No.
clean win by Nick Nemeth.
Yep.
So what's going on there?
I don't know. I don't know. We do get Joe Hendry comes out, they start beating him
Yeah,
up, and then Joe Hendry comes out.
yeah.
And
And then they kind
I
of,
kept watching because I was like, oh, something's got to be happening.
and then no, the screen goes black. But
What's the number 23 thing?
I have no idea.
We didn't talk about that.
Yeah, that's when that was after the Sammy Callahan match.
Yeah.
And yeah, just it's been showing up on TNA for a while, for the last couple weeks. Nobody has any idea what it is. Isn't that a Jim Carrey movie?
Yeah. But do you think I mean, I bet you that's what it's connected to.
Like
Um,
numbers. I know the number 23 has some sort of weird meaning.
it appears in everything. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's supposedly like everything equals 23.
It's also, I think, the lowest non-double prime number, something like that.
Listen, double prime. I don't give a shit.
Yeah,
Logan Paul.
Optimus Prime.
Optimus Prime is the only
Amazon
prime.
Prime.
Amazon Prime is better than Optimus Prime.
Hmm.
Three-way match. Optimus Prime, Amazon Prime, Prime Energy Drink,
Okay, I'll take it.
and a taco.
But it has to
They'll
be, but it
rule.
has to be what's his name in the prime suit.
KSI.
KSI, yeah.
Okay. Anyways,
Off
so
topic.
it's
This was fine.
I don't get the number 23. Oh, I like this
No.
pay-per-view actually. I'm gonna
Yeah.
give this a 7.6. But it was slightly better than NXT, I think, as a whole.
Really, I kind of like NXT better. I gave this one a 7.3.
NXT is tighter, but I think this is like I would prefer watching this grouping of wrestlers
Okay.
and this type of wrestling. Say what you want about TNA. It has that feeling
A
of
good indie.
hard, of heaviness, like watching Japanese wrestling or
Yeah.
AEW, where a WWE always just feels like fluffy nutter butter.
Yeah. It's pre-produced. It feels like
Yeah,
overproduced
it's
is a good.
prepackaged.
Yeah.
It's like the Oscar Mayer of the
Mm,
sandwich meats world.
yeah. Oscar Mayer
It's
baloney though.
reliable,
Yeah.
but I don't want it.
Yeah. It'll always be there.
Yeah, it'll always be there because it won't
And
get
and
old.
and in case of emergency, at least you got some sort of luncheon meat.
Exactly. It's like the frozen food section.
Yeah.
It's safe. It's never going away.
Yeah.
Relatively available anywhere that you
You
go.
know, frozen pizzas can be fine, but every now and then you need like a good pizza.
Yeah, you need some DiGiorno.
Yeah.
You
It's
need some
not
Dr.
delicious.
Oetker. Anyways,
It's not delivery.
I what did I give this?
You gave it a 7.6.
Yeah, I think that's fair.
Yeah. I think so too. I gave it a 7.3. We're not that far apart, but it was
No, no,
still a
it's good
good,
enough. Okay.
it's still a good show. Good show. So tune in next week, guys. Definitely we are doing Saturday night's main event next week, and we also have Strong Style Evolved. So tune in next week for those. Depending on how late we work and what we're doing, we may or may not do Final Battle, or we may put that off for the next week. But stay tuned for that, and we'll see how the wind blows. If we do CMLL, we'll do CMLL if we can find it somewhere. So stay tuned for that next week. So, in the words of Kenny Omega, goodbye and good night.